So I was just here, and we went into Home Depot, and I gotta complain about adult children because there was this lady who was there with a guy, and they were obviously doing a home improvement project at Home Depot. And so he's there and he's measuring some of that grading that you put above fences, and she's berating him because apparently they left the house without taking measurements first, and her words were basically, "What kind of a man are you? It doesn't take measurements. We're not this, that, and the other. We can't be going back and forth and doing the store runs back and this, that, and the other." And it's like when you're doing a home improvement project, you may leave without taking measurements because you want to go do stuff and you're in the excitement of getting stuff done, and B, you're gonna be running back and forth to the home improvement store over and over and over again. And then the other thing is, this lady really pissed me off because instead of just making a complaint, she insulted his masculinity as an individual. And it's like, why do people have to go to such shallow means of referencing things? And it's like, I'm going to do the eyebrow movement over here. It's like people grow up, but they don't turn into adults. People grow up, but they don't mature as individuals unless people teach them. And it's like, I just want to slap this woman just because you don't insult someone's masculinity. And it's one of those kind of factors of oh, someone forgot a couple measurements. It doesn't mean you can't get the 2x4s and the wood and the things that you're going to need for the structure. Doesn't mean that you can't just buy. It was one of those things that you have a retaining wall and then you put the lattice above it, and the lattice has hatchwork patterns going all along it. And it's one of those kind of things where you can't just go up to the store individual and be like, "Hey, I want this exact measurement," and they're going to suddenly disassemble it, cut it where you need it, and reassemble it. You've got to buy it in the first place anyway, take it home and modify it there. And it's like, sorry, random rant about adult children going on over here. It's like the principle behind this is just simple. You don't insult people over simple things like this. If you're doing a home improvement project, you're going to be running back and forth to the store, and she's like, we're not part of Shell and this, that, the other, and we don't have the resources and the time to be running back and forth. What kind of a person are you doing this, that, and the other? And then it's like, I was talking with my mom, who's in another store currently grocery shopping, which is right next to Home Depot, and she's like, yeah, when you weren't there, she was talking about it and looking at what she was like, and she's just like, oh, that's gonna look disgusting. And it's like, be constructive in life. Be constructive with the words that you give to other people and the way you talk about the things people are interacting with. Don't put people down just because you're dissatisfied with a moment in life. And I've dealt with this. I most definitely have dealt with casually being insulted instead of being given constructive criticism. Those moments really piss me off because I've put a lot of effort into forming a mindset where I can take constructive criticism, but you really piss me off when you just casually insult me. And yeah, so there's my random rant because this chick just completely pissed me off. And then it was really funny too because we drove over to this grocery store over here, and so my mom's driving along. She's passing parking space after passing parking space after passing parking space. I'm like, where are you going? What are we doing? I mean, you've already passed a bunch of them. And she's like, yeah, well, those were too narrow. And I'm like, lady, what are you talking about? I drive a school bus.